Hello everyone, and welcome to History of the Ancient World. Today, we're embarking on a journey back in time to explore one of humanity's most breathtaking achievements, the Great Wall of China. What comes to mind when you picture it? A single, continuous wall snaking over mountains? Well, the reality is far more complex and fascinating. The Great Wall is not just one wall, but a massive network of fortifications, watchtowers, and natural barriers built over centuries by different dynasties. Our story begins over 2,000 years ago, during the Warring States period. China was a patchwork of rival states, each fighting for supremacy. To protect their borders from each other and from nomadic tribes to the north, states like Qi, Yan, and Zhao began constructing earthen walls. These early fortifications were the first seeds of what would eventually become the Great Wall. They were made mostly of rammed earth, a technique where soil was pounded into compact, durable layers. While not as grand as what we see today, they were a significant feat of engineering for their time. The game changed completely in 221 BC. A man of immense ambition, Qin Shi Huang, conquered all rival states and unified China for the first time, declaring himself the first emperor. To consolidate his power and defend his new empire from the Xiongnu nomads in the north, he ordered a monumental construction project. He commanded his general, Meng Tian, to connect and expand the existing walls. This wasn't just about defense. It was a powerful statement of unity and imperial might. Hundreds of thousands of laborers, including soldiers, peasants, and convicts, were conscripted for this colossal task. The conditions were brutal. Many perished from exhaustion, starvation, and the harsh climate, earning the wall its somber nickname, the longest cemetery on Earth. The Qin Wall was primarily an earth and wood structure, stretching for thousands of miles, a testament to the first emperor's iron will. After the fall of the Qin dynasty, the subsequent Han dynasty continued and greatly expanded the wall. The threat from the Xiongnu remained a constant pressure on their northern frontier. The Han emperors extended the wall further west into the Gobi Desert, creating a vital defensive line to protect the newly established Silk Road. This trade route was the economic lifeblood of the empire, connecting China to Central Asia and beyond. The Han-era walls included a sophisticated system of beacon towers. Guards would light fires and use smoke signals to relay messages across vast distances. A puff of smoke by day or a fire by night could alert the next tower of an approaching threat, allowing messages to travel hundreds of miles in just a few hours. This was the ancient world's high-speed communication network. Following the Han, various dynasties rose and fell, and for several centuries, the Great Wall fell into disrepair. The focus of defense shifted, and the wall was not consistently maintained. It wasn't until the Ming dynasty, from 1368 to 1644, that the Great Wall experienced its golden age of construction. The Ming rulers, having overthrown the Mongol-led Yuan dynasty, were deeply concerned about a potential Mongol resurgence. They undertook a massive rebuilding and reinforcement program that resulted in the iconic stone and brick structure we recognize today. The Ming-era wall was a true marvel of military architecture. It was taller, stronger, and more elaborate than any of its predecessors. They used bricks and cut stone blocks, which were far more durable than rammed earth. The logistics was staggering. Imagine hauling millions of heavy stone blocks and countless bricks up steep, treacherous mountainsides, often by hand. Workers devised clever methods, using ropes, pulleys, and even goats to transport materials. The wall was dotted with watchtowers every few hundred yards, serving as observation posts, fortresses, and living quarters for the soldiers who manned them. These towers were strategically placed on high ground to maximize visibility and defensive advantage. But was the Great Wall actually effective? It's a question historians still debate. It was never an impenetrable barrier. In fact, nomadic armies, including the Manchus who would eventually overthrow the Ming dynasty, found ways to bypass it or simply bribe guards to open the gates. However, its purpose wasn't just to be an impassable wall. It functioned more like a sophisticated border control system. It slowed down invading forces, channeled them into specific passes where they could be confronted by Ming armies, and it prevented small-scale raids from disrupting life in the northern provinces. It also controlled trade and migration, acting as a clear line between the settled agricultural civilization of China and the nomadic cultures of the steppes. Today, the Great Wall stands as a powerful symbol of China's enduring history and cultural identity. Stretching over 13,000 miles, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a source of immense national pride. While much of the original wall has crumbled, the restored sections, like those at Badaling and Mutianyu near Beijing, attract millions of visitors each year. Walking on its ancient stones, you can't help but feel a profound connection to the countless generations who built, defended, and lived their lives in its shadow. It's a silent witness to centuries of conflict, perseverance, and human ingenuity. It reminds us that even the most monumental structures are, at their core, human stories written in stone and earth across the landscape of time. From its fragmented beginnings in the Warring States period to its grand culmination under the Ming Dynasty, the Great Wall is not just a wall. It is a sprawling, epic narrative of an entire civilization. It tells a story of fear and ambition, of defense and defiance, and of the incredible power of collective human effort. Thank you so much for joining us on this historical adventure. What part of the Great Wall's history fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to History of the Ancient World for more stories like this. We'll see you next time.